there's someone under the bed. I begin tucking him into the bed and he tells me, Daddy, check for monsters under my bed. I look underneath for his amusement and see him. Another him under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, Daddy, there's somebody on my bed.
Daddy, can you tuck me in?
Of course. Good night, Alex.
You forgot to look under the bed.
Of course. Sorry, buddy.
Daddy, there's somebody in my bed.
Mom, you hear your mom calling you into the kitchen as you are heading down to the stairs. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too. The puppy in the basement. Mommy told me never to go in the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy. So I opened the basement door and tiptoed down the bed. I didn't see a puppy. And then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad, and I cried. Then Mommy told me never to go into the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or feet. The ghost at home. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at the local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a last, cause headed home, I found my phone laying on my nightstand, right where I left it. He stood against my window. I don't know why I looked up, but when I did, I saw him there. He stood against my window. His forehead rested against the glass, and his eyes were still and light, and he smiled a lipstick red, cartoonish grin, and he just stood there in the window. My wife was upstairs sleeping. My son was in his crib, and I couldn't move. I froze, and I watched him looking past me through the glass. Oh, please, please, no. His smile never moved, but he put a hand up and slid it down the glass, watching me with matted hair and yellow skin and face through the window. I couldn't do anything. I just stayed there, frozen, feet still in the bushes I was pruning, looking into my home. He stood against my window. The missing boyfriend. A girl and her boyfriend were making out in his car. They had parked in the woods so no one would see them. When they were done, the boy got out to pee and the girl waited for him in the safety of the car. After waiting 5 minutes, the girl got out of the car to look for her boyfriend. Suddenly, she saw a man in the shadows. She jumped back into the car and was starting to drive away when she heard a very faint squeak. A very faint squeak, squeak, squeak. This continued for a few seconds before the girl decided she has no choice but to drive up. She hit the gas as hard as possible, but couldn't go anywhere because someone had tied a rope from the bumper of the car to a nearby tree. The girl slammed on the gas again. Suddenly, she heard a loud scream. She got out of the car and saw that her boyfriend was hanging from the tree. The squeaky noises were his shoes scraping across the top of the car.
When we come to see